desire. Only the team on the other side of Stanley Park have won more points than Everton. They have sharpened their attack, they've kept their defensive solidity, and they've moved 13 points clear of the relegation zone.
Tunnel and onto the playing surface down in front of us. It does feel like a club that is changing at a rapid pace. The opposite true of Manchester United, I'm afraid. They aren't changing quickly enough, and a year after Sir Jim Ratcliffe took control of football operations, it is said that the mood couldn't be lower. It is said by those who keep leaking emails telling us exactly what's going on behind the scenes. But Manchester United can't hide the fact that they are 15th in the Premier League. They've taken just 14 points in 14 Premier League games under Ruben Amorim, and they've lost 8 of their last 12. Their injury list has started to rival Tottenham and Bournemouth as well. They are in some predicament, Stuart Pearce. How are they going to get on today?
I'll tell you what, the form is telling us Everton, but my head is telling me this is going to be a tight game, Sam. I think this could end up being a draw. I really do. You never know.
Pickford in goal. Garner and Idrissa Gana Gueye will play as the two holding midfielders. Harrison on the left hand side and Lindstrom out on the right, and Abdoulaye Doucouré returns into an attacking midfield position behind the lone striker of Beto. It was a very impactful second half when Doucouré and Beto played alongside each other last. That was against Liverpool when Everton pulled it back to gain a point in the final Merseyside derby at Goodison Park. It is the final time that Manchester United will be visiting Goodison Park, of course, with Everton moving into a new stadium heading into next season. Both sides hit heavy by injuries at the moment, a very youthful bench for both these sides. We are just moments away from the early kick-off here on Flashscore with unofficial coverage of the Premier League between Everton and Manchester United. Everton have lost their last 5 Premier League games against United, and they've failed to score in their last 5. The last time Everton have lost 5 consecutive games against one opponent without conceding was back in 1957. That stretched all the way through to 1960 against Wolverhampton Wanderers. The two sides at the moment in their respective halves just having the team huddle, led by the captains. For Manchester United, that is Bruno Fernandes. For Everton, it is James Tarkowski. The early kick-off of the Premier League here on Flashscore between Everton and Manchester United is upon us. It is United that will get things underway for us, kicking off from right to left in the red shirts and the black shorts. The blue tops and the white shorts of Everton, therefore going from left to right here at Goodison Park. On the whistle of Andy Madley, it is 14th placed Everton against 15th placed Manchester United, and we are off. All the way back to Mazraoui to get things underway for us. Long ball over the top, down the channel in search of Rasmus Højlund. Goes all the way through to Jordan Pickford. A bit more of a composed start to things, as you tend to see in the Premier League sides, with the long ball back to the goalkeeper and then straight upfield it goes. But Manchester United playing with ball in midfield to start things off for us. Jordan Pickford aims for Beto in the final third of the field though. Headed away by Mazraoui again, and the free kick has been given to Everton just beside the touchline on the left hand side. Tarkowski and Branthwaite will now make the way upfield from the back. Michaelenko stood over this free kick. O'Brien also lurking around the back post. Casemiro having to move across, just being passed on now by Dorgu. 2 players stood over this. Michaelenko is one of them, the other one is Lindstrom. There are options in the box for Everton. Everybody back for Manchester United at the moment, but they are as far as the edge of their own area. As on the left hand side, this free kick will be taken. It's taken by Garner. Doesn't quite get it into the box. Headed on by Tarkowski, brought down on the edge of the area by Ugarte, but a free kick has been given to Manchester United first, as Mazraoui is down on the ground and looks to be in some pain. I think it might have been how he's landed. Tarkowski has won the header against both Mazraoui and Maguire, and I think he just landed quite awkwardly. The referee's given a free kick from a nudge in the back there from James Tarkowski. Into Mazraoui. It's the last thing that Manchester United need. They're already missing out on defensive-minded players. They've got Luke Shaw, Lisandro Martinez, Johnny Evans, all on that injury list. Toby Collier, of course, a defensive midfielder, also missing out. Tarkowski is also down on the ground at the moment, holding on to his shin area. The physio is on to see to Mazraoui. If a change is required, just looking at who's available on the bench for United, it's most likely to be the Lenny Yoro or Victor Lindelof that will come on for him. More than likely going to be Lenny Yoro, but that depends on how things go from Mazraoui getting back to his feet. We'll have a pause in play at the moment. Of course, bringing you coverage of all the 3 o'clock kickoffs as well on the way here on Flashscore, with unofficial coverage of the Premier League. If you are late joining us, 2.5 minutes gone, with a momentary pause, with Mazraoui now back to his feet and being assisted to the sideline by the physio. It is goalless still. Everton 0, Manchester United 0 here at Goodison Park. No change looks to be required for Manchester United, which is good news for the visitors. And they'll start things with a free kick just outside of their own area. And it will be Andre Onana just on the outside of the half circle on the edge of his area, where he goes up to take this free kick from. Sitting in at the moment at right back is Diogo Dalot. Just while we wait for Mazraoui to be welcomed back onto the field. Long ball upfield from Onana, goes onto the right hand side, chased down by Xerxes, met by Michaelenko. Put away for a throw in now, about equal with the edge of the area on the right hand side for Manchester United. Dalot goes across to take it. Maguire moving across one extra, and De Ligt. It looks like Manchester United have just moved into a flat back 4 while waiting for Mazraoui to rejoin the game. Throwing taken short to Xerxes. First touch isn't great. Idrissa Gay gets there and rids the danger for Everton, but it's headed out of play by Maguire, and now Mazraoui is welcomed back onto the field as Everton have a throw in on the left hand side at the halfway line. Cross goes rightly Michaelenko to take this. Just inside his own half, will gain a few yards, taking it into the opposition half. Down the line the throw-in goes in search of Harrison, turns on the ball and switches this out onto the right hand side for O'Brien. Brings this down by the touchline, closed down though by Fernandez. Goes back into his own half with a pass to Tarkowski, who's let it run all the way through to Jordan Pickford on the edge of his area. Plays this short now to Jared Branthwaite. Branthwaite's long ball over